Good evening. Hi everyone. Okay, in this session there is no specific subject, so let's test TreeShade. At first, a quick introduction. TreeShade is a software extension for Adobe Creative Cloud, especially Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. In addition to that, it's an extension for Adobe Bridge. And by the way, Adobe Bridge is free. You can just make an account and install Adobe Bridge without the need for subscription. The software TreeShade is totally free, and you can install from Adobe Exchange. After installing, you need to restart Adobe Bridge or start, and from window go to extensions, then TreeShade. You will have the here message asking you to restart Adobe Bridge again. After restarting again, TreeShade will ask you to create root folder. Here I have created this root folder, TRST, and inside this root folder you will have workshop and other folders beside workshop for output, for versions, pages for document, Adobe InDesign document. You have here also PDF for final version, and for each version you have PDF automatically exported. And here, if you delete a file, it's go to trash folder. Okay, let's go to root folder. Here we have folder called test, or do you know, let's create new folder from scratch. So inside workshop, and always inside workshop, not directly inside, but workshop, this folder must be the root for your project files. Let's create folder here. Let's name testing, and let's open. Now this line, the green line, determine that you are in editing location. And here in TreeShade menu, you have important command or submenu called the new, and it's actually a folder installed with the software, template files. These files you can reveal using this command, reveal this path, and the folder will be inside initial, inside workshop. If you edit the files and restart Adobe Bridge, the commands here will be different, reflecting the content of the folder. So let's start. Let's go back to our folder, testing. Okay. Let's create any file, photo. this folder .TreeShade supposed to be hidden. In Mac OS it's hidden, but in Windows it's not, so just ignore it. Here we have photo. You can create a version for the file. Right click and select check in. You can check in as final or as proof. Click no to be a proof. Now, while selecting the file, if you click versions here, the location will be changed, and instead of workshop you will have versions, but in the same relative path. Like here, if you have inside many folders, the same relative path will be the same, but instead of workshop you will go to versions. It's mirrored. If you move the workshop copy or rename the file, it will be renamed there. If you move to a folder, there also will be moved automatically. So if we name here, instead of photo, laptop, and go there, you will have laptop. And here you have red line to warn you not to edit the file. So here only for preview and for checking out if you want to go back to old version. But when you go back to old version, it will overwrite the editing copy to edit the file there. And here this label current automatically applied on the file. This label indicates that this version connected to the editing copy. Now suppose we have modification. Let's make a modification in Photoshop. Or you can, instead of modify directly, you can select create a new version. Now the first version will be the same, and here you can put under editing, so you will get in version 2, and this version 2 will be under editing. Click yes. Then automatically TreeShade will open the file in Adobe Photoshop for editing. Okay. Let's modify. Let's save and close. Now if we go back to Adobe Bridge, the label automatically changed to this yellow. Need to be checked in. That means you modified the editing copy, but if you go to versions, you will have that version 2 ver02 need to be checked in. So you can right click on the editing copy, right click if you done of editing, and select check in again. Not create a new version because we want to update ver02. Check in as final, yes. Now the label gone, and if you go to versions, you will have label final instead of current here. So you have two versions now. Suppose you want to go back to ver01 to edit. So you can double click here, and when you double click TreeShade, interrupt the opening operation and ask you this question: set as current version for editing ver02. So you want to set as current. If you click yes, now automatically the ver02 override again the editing copy, and it will open again in Adobe Photoshop. No, it's not opened. So you it's just updated. So now if you go to versions again, you will see that ver02, ver01 is current. Current means it's connected to editing copy. Now you can edit this again. You can what to do? You can open directly, or you can click this start editing. And this command is recommended if you have connected to other collaborators using a TreeShade Cloud, because this software have cloud network. So let's select start editing. It's changed to yellow and opened. Now let's make any modification. Let's say close laptop. Laptop. Let's try different model. The problem is the selection, the wrong in the selection, because the selection like laptop, opened laptop. So what we need to do, let's remove this, and let's remove the okay. That's the right approach, to remove the part that you don't want, because the selection shape affect and now let's make closed laptop, but here let's return back to Firefly 3. Now it's back. Okay, anyway, let's flatten the image and save. Now, because we modified, it will mark need to check in. And by the way, if you go to TreeShade menu and then go to workflow status, you will have dynamic folders that report things like need to be checked in, to list all the files in your all project that need to be checked in. Here, folders in the same hierarchy, and here you have shortcut for the file. So you need to right click and select reveal image. Okay, that's it. Now if we go to versions, you will have that version 01 is need to be checked in. Can I check in on the version file instead of the editing copy? Let's try. Check in. Check in as final, yes. Sometimes you need to press F5, refresh. So now the final version is not the last number, not necessarily be last number. But here, version 01 is the final one. Okay, that's it. I think it's enough for this session. Subscribe on the channel so you get notified when I go live. I go streaming daily. You can ask any question on the chat. And if you want one-on-one meeting, just drop a message. Install the software, it's totally free from Adobe Exchange. And goodbye.